two in blue? Are they conflicting with one another?
Okay, so Grandpa, you were made to work as an interpreter.
Yes. And they sent me out on a camp with about over 200 men and the company sergeant major. The company sergeant major was really in charge of the men themselves, but I was the pivot man. I was between the Germans and the company sergeant major. I interpreted. And we were sent out towards Danzig, the port of Danzig. And we finished up in a camp, and it was a luxurious camp to what I had been accustomed, what I had been in before. It had been built for the Hitlerjugend, and the Hitlerjugend had been building this Autobahn between Danzig port and Marienberg. But because of the war, it was stopped, but the camp was still there, and that's where we were put. So we arrived at the camp, and it was Utopia. Yeah. We had sheets and pillows and beds. Gratis, part of the chef. And the chef was Max. And Max was German, could speak perfect English. And he'd been a chef not only in New York, but also in London Carlton Hotel. Could speak perfect English. And he approached me and said, "You and I can talk in English," he said, "and the rest of these people around you and the Germans won't understand what you're saying. Is that okay?" I said, "Sure." And we more or less became friends. He'd done nothing to me and I'd done nothing to him. And he was able to show us by delivering food as we hadn't seen before. The rations weren't being cut anymore. He gave us what the International Red Cross said we should be getting, and we got damn good rations. So it, as far as for the past month, because now I'm talking of 1942, it was Utopia. Sheets and a bed, warm place to live in. It was bloody cold because it was December now. And we spent Christmas in that lager camp. And he come one day, he said, "Would you like to go out for a walk with the men?" I said, "Go for a walk?" He said, "Yes." I said, "I don't know. I'll have to talk to the company sergeant major first and the rest of the men." I said, "You mean that we can go out for the camp for a walk and come back?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "I've talked to the guards about it," and he said, "It's okay." I said, "Well, I'll talk to the company sergeant major." And we did. And we did go for walks for about 4 or 5 miles away from the camp and back again. It was snowy, it was a lot of snow on the ground, but it was a pleasant exercise. And we weren't forced to do anything. And we weren't working because you couldn't work. There was so much goddamn snow on the floor, and it was so cold, there wasn't any work you could do anyway. Christmas Day came, and we held a hell of a good party, or a concert with the men that were in the camp. And there is a poem, an ode in the British Army about Gunga Din. Gunga Din is a character from India. Well, that damn thing was sung and recited more times than I can think of, and each time it was different, but always the same type of story. And it was pleasant. And on Christmas Day, I went to see Max, wished him a Merry Christmas, and he said, "Same to you," kind of thing. And take the soup for you and the company sergeant major. Soup? Yeah, there's a can of soup there. Take that back for you and the company sergeant major. Yeah, okay. So we took the soup. I took the soup. Got back into the room where the company sergeant major and I was billeted away apart from the men. And in the bloody soup itself, 2 bottles of beer. That's what he'd put in there. So we enjoyed the soup. Well, it was too good to be true. Because about the second week of January, He came in crying. What the hell's up with you? He said, you're moving back to the main camp and I got to go back home. And his home was in Hamburg. And it had been bombed about a month before and bombed to hell. And the poor sod was crying. And he went back to Hamburg and we duly returned to Marienberg. And back in Marienberg, then I learned more and more about the Geneva Convention. All right, you sons and bitches. I am not working anymore. I don't give a shit what you say. I'll go into solitary confinement. I am not going. Because now I wasn't on my own anymore. There were about 40 to 50 others who were of the same opinion. Ranks of sergeant and above said, we're sick of this, no more. No, Geneva says no, and it's going to be. To hell with you. We are Nixarbeiters. Well, that's when I met Captain Müller and Posnanski. Two sons of bitches, real swine. They did everything to this small party of non-workers. They did everything but sodomy to us. What they could think of, they did. It was bad, a bad time, but we stuck to our guns. There were enough of us amongst ourselves to hell with them. They can't shoot us. If they do, there's going to be a report and they've got to be responsible for it. Maybe somebody's going to get shot. It'll be too bad. I just hoped it wasn't going to be me. And so we refused to work.